Hey guys, and welcome to Dark Circle 22 plays Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for GameCube. That little HD remake of the original one. Now, I'm going to be playing the original one, but I'm going to play this one first, and then I'll see what the difference was, like, fresh in my mind, you know? So I'm going to beat this whole game, then I'm going to beat fucking the PlayStation 1 one, and then I'm going to release them both at the same time. I'm going to try to make them in the same time frame of the game, like, you know, side by side, but I don't know if it's going to be different or not. I don't know how long the battles are going to be, you know, so I don't know. Let's just jump right in and I'll sort it out after I'm done beating both games. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes, This is a top secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
So I had to see the intro before this, like when you don't touch anything, because he's already at the... he's already here, swimming.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Alright guys, so... I'm a little chatter dude. I got the infinity bandana already, but... Because I'm not really good with fucking stealth games. And I'm playing this emulated on Dolphin. Fuck. Already failed! Already failed. Actually pretty pathetic, dude. It's funny how they found me, but they didn't want to tell Liquid or action buttons. L1 because of reason, so I gotta get used to this. Because I don't have a GameCube controller, you know, so... Let's try this again, dude. Just a learning curve. God. It's not
the enemy. I need him.
It's X or A button. Someone's gonna find a dead body, dude.
What? Enemy sighted. Request
learn, dude. Look at that fucking Famazi. You just killed him. Just killed him. So I had to figure out the button. It's not like PlayStation. It's nothing like it. The grab is square, which would be like B. X button or A would not be. It would be to crouch, but it's actually circle here, or Y or Z or whatever the hell. So it's like a new learning curve compared to the original one already off the bat, dude. So I'll figure this out real quick.
Huh?
Oh shit.
Who's there?
Oh my god. Square's to punch. And I mean X is okay, X is to grab. Oh, we could do these though. And the bodies just don't disappear like in fucking Metal Gear 1. They do the whole Metal Gear Solid 2 thing. Let's hide up in here then. Look at that, I didn't even know that there's fucking lockers. Fucking M9 Beretta, dude? No, it's a tranquilizer Beretta. Let's see, dude. Quiet, dude, quiet. Well, it forced me into watching this animation. The fucking I dropped the body, I don't. Just kill this guy. I mean, actually, I just killed 2 people. Let's get used to this. Bandana, dude. Oh my god, I can't even. Where is he? Ooh. Ooh.
Freeze.
Ooh. It's like fucking Metal Gear, huh? Oh. Well, there goes that guy, dude. I'm not used to the controls at all. You can't quick release. You can't quick. Oh my god. You can't quick remove shit. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. I'm not used to this at all, dude. Learning curve, and then when I decide to play the fucking original, it's gonna be another learning curve. Alright.
the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake? But I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to save your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
Time to smoke.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Oh, D. Alright, so I got this. Oh my god. Gotta be really careful, dude. I'm not used to this. I have to like, hold it down to aim it, and then release to shoot it. This shit, dude.
Did you hear something?
What the hell is he looking at? Suspicious activity. Oh, whoa, it's a lag, dude. It's a dart, huh? Is that why? Oh my goodness, dude. I keep pressing X to try to stand.
A surveillance camera.
Oh god. What did I get? Chaff grenade. I don't think I'm ever gonna, like, figure out how to use this correctly, dude. We'll see. Stun grenades! Is there the box here? Fuck, I'm not. Oh, it's a SOCOM! Holy shit. Start and A, dude, what a weird combination.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the
Let
air.
me see here.
There should be air ducts around there somewhere.
Hold
They
on.
must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since
Wonder if I
generating
can do
electricity
that
requires
for-
oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not going to believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke.
Jesus Christ,
Snake,
dude.
hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Is that to turn it off? Whatever. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here, dude. Oh yeah, wait. Let's see. Let's call people.
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion view. Press up on the control stick to go forward and down to shuffle backwards. You can also press right or left to turn. Advance while hiding yourself. Pay attention to the enemy's actions and make sure you're not discovered.
You can also fire your weapon when you're in intrusion view. Don't forget that.
Just because you're in intrusion view, it doesn't mean that all is safe. If you're spotted, the enemy will of course attack. Be careful not to let the enemy see you crawl into your hiding spot. Even in intrusion view, the enemy could look into your hiding place. In that case, you have to move to get out of their line of sight. You can't be careless, even in intrusion view. That clear?
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference, and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay? Don't give up, Snake.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned.
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon. The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake. The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island was built at the beginning of this century. It was made only to temporarily store the nuclear warheads.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
They cannot do that. You see, when you dismantle a warhead, you still have nuclear materials that must be stored. At this point, all of the nuclear material storage facilities are way past capacity. But they could not stop dismantling weapons while at the same time pushing START 2.
So you're telling me that this base was built so they could temporarily avoid being in conflict with START 2?
Most people think that we live in a safer world now. But with all the dismantled nuclear weapons and waste around, the threat of nuclear terrorism has increased tremendously.
Ironic, isn't it?
Advance while hiding yourself. Pay attention to the enemy's actions and make sure you're not discovered.
You can also fire your weapon when you're in intrusion view. Don't forget that.
Just because you're in intrusion view.
After the START 2 Accord was signed on January 3rd, 1993, Russia and the US reduced their strategic nuclear warheads to between 3,000 and 3,500 warheads each. They completely dismantled all of the ICBMs which contained MIRVs. As a result of that, there are over 15,000 dismantled nuclear warheads waiting to be disposed of.
Yeah, that's enough learning time, dude.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Play this
Snake,
like a fiddle.
You've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
It's funny, dude. Alright. How the fuck do I get out? Oh, starting A. I'm so not used to this.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
Oh, they just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah, and they say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Obviously, that famous voice actor, dude. I forgot his name. Nolan North, maybe. I don't remember his name. He's the voices of a bunch of fucking like voices, as well as extras voices, as well as like Nazi zombies and all that shit, dude. I could hear it.
Press the action button to drop down.
He called me to say that shit, dude. I'm just gonna come down like in front of everyone. Oh my god, the camera. Alright, let's just start fucking lighting people up here. Oh, fuck me. I like Square being. Oh my god. Let's wait till they fucking. Go. Avoid the cameras. Apparently there's someone in here. Oh my god! Whoa, what? Fall asleep, dude. There's another camera. Oh fuck, it got me, dude. The most clumsiest stealth man, dude. It's all good. I want a FAMAS, dude. Where's that at? I think shit would be worse if I didn't have a, well, alright. Fuck me, dude.
Snake, use the elevator to move from floor to floor. To call the elevator, press the button on the
Alright,
nearby...
this is too much fucking tutorial. I don't need that. Wait, let's just make sure nobody comes in. Can I look on the side? Oh, I can. Okay, so Metal Gear, kind of Metal Gear 2-ish, dude.